Welcome to the Fabulous Lifestyle Radio Show. Tune in for a vibrant mix of fashion, finance, and life's essential foundations. Join us for expert interviews, insightful discussions, and empowering insights to elevate your lifestyle. From fashion trends to financial tips and personal growth strategies, we've got you covered. So grab your headphones and get ready to be inspired. Tune in now to the Fabulous Lifestyle Radio Show and embark on this exciting journey with us.
Welcome everyone here at the Fabulous Lifestyle Radio Talk Show, where we are covering over 5 million households here in the greater Los Angeles. And I'm your host, Antonette Waite. And today we have an amazing guest, and I am so happy to have him as my guest. But let me introduce you who it is. He is an amazing actor, movie actor in the Hollywood industry, and he is also an inspirational speaker. And I am so excited that he's here today. Let me introduce you to Glenn Morshower. Glenn, welcome to the Fabulous Lifestyle. How are you doing?
Oh, honey, I'm well. Wellness is key. I value wellness over all other things. So it starts first thing in the morning is just checking in and remembering that how we feel determines how well things go. That's the lens through which we experience all things. So I just don't have complaints in my life, and I'm grateful, and I'm thrilled to be here with you.
Well, I am so blessed, and I've mentioned that to you many times that I feel so blessed having you as my connections now, because again, you have given me so many opportunities to help other people. And I know that you are so successful and you've done so many movies. And it is, I'm still amazed that you are working with me on my events. But, let us share some of the great stories you have as a successful actor. Can you share us, or to our listeners, what is the experience for you being an actor for many, many years and still filming at this time?
Well, I got into it when I was a kid, and I got into it for different reasons than why I'm currently into it. Some of the reasons are still the same, but I got into it because it looked like fun, and no other reason. When I was a kid, because I recognized somebody that was up on the stage of a play that I was seeing in Dallas. And after all of our years, 36 years on the West Coast, we circled back and returned to Dallas. So I'm in Dallas today, here in our home. But I grew up in this city, and my mom, when I was 11 years old and my brother was 13, took us to see a play at the Dallas Theater Center. And there was a girl on stage that I was in school with, and I didn't know that before the curtain went up. I had no idea that she was in the play and had not read the program yet. And all of a sudden, my friend Debbie walks out onto the stage, and I thought, oh my gosh. And she looked like she was living in a fantasy world where everybody was having a good time. And that truly, as I watched these actors playing, the theater is sizable. It's called the Dallas Theater Center. There were 435 seats. I still remember the number. And everyone seemed to be having such a good time on stage, and that was translating into a really good time for the audience. And I thought, wow, the audience is responding to what's going on up there. I mean, these were my thoughts as a little boy. And so at the intermission, I asked my mom what the path would be. I don't know if I used the word path, but I would just said, how would I go about getting involved? Like Debbie, my friend, I know her from school. And she said, well, they probably have a kid or teen theater department, and I will look into it. And thankfully she did, because she enrolled me immediately. She supported me wholeheartedly, instead of saying, Glenn, that's not a good career. That's not a thing to study. I mean, she didn't minimize my excitement. Instead, she supported it. And I got there, and Marie, what was so beautiful, I'm giving you a very thorough answer, but what was so beautiful was it was my deepest and richest experience of acceptance, meaning that all of the kids accepted and loved each other that were in the theater classes. It didn't matter if you were older, younger. It didn't matter what your skin color was. It didn't matter what your sexual preference was. It didn't matter what your belief systems were, your religion. I mean, nothing mattered except love. And that changed my life. So I've been involved with it now for 54 years. The first 4 were in theater where there was no money to be made. And then when I was 15, I got my first national television commercial and started doing it for a living and never looked back.
Wow. And you have done over 270 plus movies and
Yes.
TV series. I mean, I have so many questions for you. I mean, what is your favorite all in terms of all of these movies that you have done?
Well, for starters, I won't give you an equally long answer to each one of these questions.
Yes.
My favorite movie that I've done out of 277 and counting, just finished 278
Oh my
a couple
God.
of weeks ago. And without a doubt was a film I did that was directed by Ridley Scott called Black Hawk Down. And
Okay.
my favorite television show, without a doubt, still to this day, is the Fox television series 24, because it was such a global hit. And I played a really likable, even lovable man of integrity and loyalty named Aaron Pierce. And I couldn't have asked the writers to write a more beautiful character for me to play.
Mhm.
And people loved him all over the world. So, it's one thing if you're known in your hometown, it's another thing if you're known in your state or your country. But when you get on a plane and fly to the other side of the world to a place you've never been, and you land and people want to come up and shake your hand or hug you, it's a beautiful thing. And that was all courtesy of the series 24.
Wow. And I've seen you've worked with so many actors, so many amazing people in the entertainment industry. Who would you say the best people that you have worked with?
Marie Waite.
Well, aside from me.
Is that the end of the interview?
Oh my God, thank you. I love it. But
No,
yeah,
I adore that we're a team. You
yes.
said you still can't believe it. I can. And the reason I believe it is because I think we're a really good, energetic pair. Both of us laugh a lot. Both of us have a good time. Both of us believe in people. Both of us are very truthful people, which I adore that about you. I don't ever think of you as someone that plays games with people or controls or manipulates or does anything like that. Your mama raised you well.
Thank you,
So
Glenn.
that's why we're teaming up. Favorite person I've ever worked with in the industry. Oh, gosh. I had the privilege of working ever so briefly with Meryl Streep in the movie The River Wild. But in terms of my favorite person that I really got to know, and they made themselves available, and they were as pure of intention as I am, and I really loved being with them every day, is the star of the series The Resident, Matt Zuckery,
Oh,
who
okay.
I played his father on the show. And Matt was just wonderful. And then I had the pleasure of working with my childhood hero, which was Jack Lemmon. So I'm going back way, 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 way back. And so those 2 guys were my 2
Yeah.
favorites. And Meryl would have to have been my favorite female actress to work with.
And how were you able to stay current in the industry? Because I know it's always changing.
Yeah.
You have done so many movies and projects that for someone in this industry, I know that most of them probably couldn't stay long because they just couldn't stay current. So how are you able to keep that going for you, Glenn?
Well, again, I attribute it to a combination of doing what we do well and having a strong reputation of integrity where people have worked with you and they believe in you. So now you're building a reputation, not only one of talent, but one of decency. And frankly, being an enjoyable presence to work around. People really care. We put in very long hours. An average day on set is going to be at least 12 hours, often 14 hours. We are not known for the industry which leaves you well rested. Nobody goes into show business to catch up on sleep. That doesn't work. So that's how. But another thing you've got to remember is that when you're really young, which I was, my first film, I was 16. My first commercial, I was 15. So we're talking about 51 years ago. That first job, I couldn't play an older man, of course, because I'm a kid. And now that I'm an older man, I can't play what I could then. So I don't think, I think the industry, like if you're a professional athlete and you're playing football, you're probably retired before your 40th birthday. A lot of times, about the time you're 36, you're forced into retirement because of the condition of the human body. And in my business, you can do it until you're gone. You can be an actor your whole life. Nobody says, well, you're 60 now, you have to retire. All it means is that you're playing the roles in your 60s that you couldn't play in your 40s. And so thankfully, you don't ever age out. Now, there are fewer jobs written. There are fewer roles written for people that are older, but those roles are still in existence. And thank God for it. Thank God they have granddad roles. Thanks God they have all kinds of different roles. So you can do it your whole life if you love it. And if you're kind, if you're friendly, people like having you around.
Wow, that's a good insight for a lot of people that are listening right now. So, Glenn, we're going to take a commercial break and we'll be right back. And for everyone out there, don't go away. We have Glenn Morshower, our amazing movie actor, Hollywood legend, and also an inspiring speaker. And we will be right back.
Welcome to the Fabulous Lifestyle Radio Show, where we talk about food, fashion, finance, and foundations of life. We are live on KCAA Radio Broadcasting Network. KCAA is affiliated with CNBC, NBC News, and NBC Sports. We are sponsored by Sheltered Studios, Fire Connect, and Building Solid Foundation.